Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 1350, and today's topic is Introduction to Robot and Robotics. So first I will introduce the word robot. What is robot? And this lecture is for school kids, especially the secondary school, to understand the very basic, because I am happy to know that Nigerian federal government has proposed the new curriculum of secondary school where the emphasis is given about new technologies, new skills, that is artificial intelligence combined with robotic, Python language programming, all this. Definitely it is a very excellent step, and unless our future generation is not skilled with all these new technologies, they will be left behind, because we are in digital economy. But at the same time, it's my observation when I went through the proposed curriculum at secondary level, especially secondary school, I found that enough space is not given about green skill. I call it green skill, means about agriculture and environment education. Why I am saying this? The reason is that I am in Borno state, northern part of Nigeria, and I know that more than 70% Nigerian population is involved in agriculture economy. So Nigeria is having the combination of agriculture economy plus digital economy. So if agriculture is not given much emphasis, then the fruit, we will not get the fruit of new technologies, because there are a lot of new technologies which are introduced in the sector of agriculture and forestry. That's why I don't know whether most of the people are aware or not. I've already mentioned in my lecture 2-3 times that now the UNO, United States organization, which includes more than 193 countries, has given directive, it is mandatory to all nations to introduce environmental education and also urban and rural natural growth and understanding ecosystem and forestry. I'm not talking of environmental chemistry or environmental biology or environmental geography. I am talking of very basic concept of environment education, so that students are motivated. Students are having knowledge about the surrounding, their importance. So definitely the green skill should be introduced, and for that we are here to help. So now come to robot. The word robot came from ROBOTA. The word robot is from ROBOTA. And why I am giving this, because for new technologies, and when we are targeting our children, means kids in the age group of 12, 11, 13, they should have very clear knowledge and concept Otherwise, they will be user. They will not be builder. In today's technology, 90% global population, they are user. They know only to use the technology. They cannot build. They cannot create the technology because they are not having the basic knowledge and concept. They are using robot. In many houses you will see Alexa is there, CD is there, so many toys are there, which are the combination of robotic and artificial intelligence with different frequencies and sensors. All children are using. When I am visiting to different houses, the automation is there, automatic, so many activities are done by toys. But they don't know what is happening. How these sensors are there, how automation is there, even in our phone. How the sensors are put, their control and their storage, then data is frequency, wavelength is not known. So we are all own user. In India, China, South Korea, Japan, we are giving much emphasis to our children, young generation, to make them that they are builder, they are creator, they are not only user. So that's why I am taking in a very basic concept that our children should understand what is robot. This robot word, whether it is English, French, Spanish, like that. So the word robot is not English word, is not French word, is not Spanish word, is not Indian word, is not Nigerian word. It is Slavic word. Robot is means the word robot is derived from Slavic language. Now, what is Slavic language? When now it is two countries, Czech Republic and Slovenia Republic. And before it was known as Czechoslovakia. So Czechoslovakia was a big country. When it was divided, one country became Czech Republic and other country became Slovakia Republic. And in that area, with even Polish, Poland and all this, one special language is used. That language is called Slavic language. So in that language, the word robot is derived, is originated from Slavic language, and in Slavic language it was ROBOTA. In Slavic language, ROBOTA means, the meaning of ROBOTA means either slave or forced labor. That is the meaning of ROBOTA. So what happened? I will give you the detail, I will write. What happened in 1920? One playwright, he used this word in his science fiction play, that there is one artificial human being, just like human being. And he mentioned the name of that artificial man that is science fiction as robot. And from that, the word robot was coined in 1920. And then today, it is a huge technology. There are different definitions and names of robot. Oxford dictionary name, American robotic institute, their name, our name, concept, I will give all, but first let me tell you in a very simple language. Robot means it is the combination of different wavelength in the form of ultraviolet, in the form of infrared, different frequencies, data generation, data storage, sensors, all together is working in the form of automation and action. This type of machine which is having these properties with all different type of frequencies is a multidisciplinary. AI is also there, electronic is also there, mechanical engineering is also there to make all these things. All together, that machine which has all these different type of frequencies and data generation in the form of automation is called robot. Simple way. Robot is machine, but every machine is not robot. Remember it. Robot is machine, but every machine is not robot. The reason is that unless that machine is having all these wavelength, frequencies, data generation, automation, sensors, then it qualifies to be robot. Otherwise, it will be machine. Now, why it has become very important today? And that's why robot is introduced everywhere in the world. And here, what we have written a book for artificial intelligence, because all these robotics, they are all going together, just like hand glove. So the artificial intelligence with the combination of robot, we have written a book, and that book is already submitted to Borno government, state government, for distribution. It's a government project. And that book is the combination of two, artificial intelligence plus robotic, and all those things are given in the form of photo image. Very, very simple. Let me tell you very clearly. When I am teaching, starting from PhD, postgraduate to undergraduate, at postgraduate level, it is nothing. It's very simple to me because they are already very mature. Most of them are our colleagues. Just give them hint that these are the headings, and rest they will follow. But if we are writing anything for primary or secondary school children, it is just like chicken feeding. To come down to such level of simplicity so that they should understand we are sweating is very, very complex and difficult. But Alhamdulillah, all the books will be distributed in Borno State. Books are available in English language, and we are the authors. Your children, future generation are going to enjoy. So here, I will explain in a very simple way this thing. So now, let me tell you in a very simple language. For example, one is a human, natural human. Natural human. And other one is this is a robot. So this natural human being is created by Allah, and this robot is machine, and this machine look like human is called humanoid. So what are the qualities for this natural human being like us? The first very important quality is different type of senses. If anybody is putting finger here, touch, you will feel. The feeling, you will hear, you will taste, you will smell, you can see, that is visual. Then all data are collected here. It is stored, it is processed. After processing, again it is regenerated and it is in the form of action. That is Allah's creation of natural human being. All these senses, once it is injected in machine, that machine is called robot, simply. So once all the senses once it is given to machine, which will function like natural human being, that machine will be called as robot. That's why I have mentioned very clearly that robot is machine, but every machine is not robot. Because any machine which has these properties like frequency, ultraviolet, infrared, wavelengths, then data processing, sensors, all automations, all these properties when it is given, and that machine can do multitask. It has the property of automation, automated. That machine is robot. It is not human being, it is humanoid. Just like human is artificial, human is created by us. And that's why that Czech playwright, he gave scientific fiction ROBOTA, Slavic language. That artificial man is working, doing lot of multitask, and at that time it was known as science fiction. Many science fiction today it is reality. So in the same way, robot is also a reality. And I will be explaining one by one. I will give all the definitions in my next lecture. And here I will start because time is running. In my second lecture, I am going to give all the definitions which are given by today's institutions, countries about the robot and robotics, why it became very important, its application everywhere, in industries, in hospitals as a surgeon, in industries as a multitask worker, lifting, then putting, so many other work is done by robotic. Why robotic is becoming more and more important today? Because lot of dangerous tasks which is having lot of human risk, our life is given to robots. Like in space, like if there is fire in multi buildings, like in military. So all very, very dangerous type of work nowadays is taken care, is done by robots. So I will continue in my second lecture tomorrow, more detail about robot and robotics. So here you might have noticed, even I have told to my viewers, all the students, that I am always writing the summary. I would have done the printed material cut and paste, but no. Why I am doing? Encourage your kids at secondary, primary level, two things. They should write handwritten material and they should read printed material, not electronic. because there are two negative factors. First, they are exposed too much to ultraviolet light, blue light, infrared, in front of either screen of TV or smartphones. And electronic reading is not going to impact more rather than when you are reading some material which is printed in black, white. You absorb more, your brain absorbs more, and when you are writing, you are learning more because your hand is involved, reflex action is involved, your brain processing is involved. So please encourage your school children, reduce electronic devices as much as possible, and they should practice the reading and writing. So here I have given the summary. Number one, the term robot originates from the Czech Republic. Before it was Czechoslovakia. So Slovakia is a separate country, and now Czech Republic is other country. Republic and Slavic word ROBOTA. I have already told you that ROBOTA is a Slavic word. It came from Slavic language. This Slavic language is spoken and used just like Hausa, Kanuri, or Igbo, Yoruba here in Nigeria. In the same way in Europe also, different type of languages are there. So Slavic is one of the language, and the word ROBOTA is derived from Slavic, meaning slave or forced labor. This word was first introduced by Czech Republic playwright, name is Karel Capek. Karel Capek, he was the first man who wrote one play, and where he mentioned this word in the form of scientific fiction in the year 1920 as a science fiction play, and that science fiction play was known as Rossum's Universal Robots, that is R.U.R. Number two, Capek play tells the story of a company that creates artificial human life. So he was the first man, Czech Republic man, who mentioned artificial type of human being who is working. So it was a scientific fiction at that time in 1920s. Today it is known as humanoid. The word robot was coined or suggested by Capek's brother. Actually, this name was suggested by his one of the junior brother or younger brother, and his name was Josef. And this word, robot, comes from the old church Slavonic. From old church Slavonic this word came, and word is robota, which refers to the slaves or forced labor. Number three, to introduce the concept of robots to primary and secondary school kids, we teachers should explain that robots are machines. First word we should say to tell them that it is nothing but machine. At the same time, all machines are robot. To qualify to be robots, there are some conditions of wavelength, frequencies, data, sensors that can perform tasks automatically, and the robot comes from a play about artificial creatures that were created to serve us means humans. Teachers at school levels should discuss how robots are used in the various industries. This is very important that the children, school kids will be motivated and they will know the importance of robot. They should not think that in many houses now the toys are there and which are having all robotic and artificial intelligence cover. So they should not have the impression that it is limited only up to game and toy. No, it has lot of importance, and that importance are in industries such as manufacturing industries, healthcare sector. Robotics are doing lot of complicated surgeries, and then space exploration, lot of work is done. Then dangerous military operations, controlling of the fire in multi-storied buildings, and how robots are becoming increasingly important day by day in our lives. So in the last but not least, by these lectures, very very simple lectures for secondary or primary school kids will be converted into hard copy in the form of booklet so that it can be distributed even up to my benchmark is Gwaza Hill. Why I always mention about Gwaza Hill? Because I visited there, and when I reached to Gwaza Hill, I climbed, I found that just like it is the other part of planet in hill area, and people are there, and technologies and all these new things are not there. So I wish that our experience, our high-tech knowledge is also reaching up to Gwaza Hill in the form of YouTube lecture or hard copy. Once again, thank you very much for listening this lecture, and wish you all the best to learn new skill and new technology.